Hi, I'm Todd Harold. We got another video for you. We're going to talk about one of my favorite things ever. I remember hearing it when I was a kid and wondering what's that? How do you do that? I'm talking about BARKS, hi-hat BARKS. Great if you're a funk drummer of any sort, or even if you're a rock drummer, whatever sort of drummer you are. Tony Williams does BARKS with the snare drum instead of the bass drum, but all sorts of drummers use BARKS. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. You got to decide whether you're going to do it with your right, do it with your left. We'll talk about all that. But BARKS start off like this. What you do is, well, you've heard BARKS. Bernard Purdie claims to have come up with BARKS, but he also claims to have played with the Beatles. So I'm not sure if that's true or not. Idris Muhammad, I heard later, came up with the bark because he lived across the street from a dry cleaner, and all day long the dry cleaner, he would hear shh, 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 and he thought, okay, that'd be something cool to put in my fills. That's a good story, and I can dig that. However, I think maybe I got to go with Purdie on this one. Purdie was the foremost exponent of the hi-hat barks, although there was a guy named James Gadson who played on a tune called Use Me by Bill Withers that's really bark-friendly. You can't do that song without playing some barks. But you can hear barks on, especially on Use Me, James Gadson, as I said, Rock Steady by Aretha Franklin with Bernard Purdie, Memphis Soul Stew by King Crimson. King Curtis, the saxophone player from his album called King Curtis at Fillmore West. And then Steely Dan, a song called Green Earrings from the Royal Scam album. That's also Bernard Purdie. But lots of people use these. Those are just three great examples of checking out how you do a bark. Now, what you're going to do here is all it is let's say we're going to play eighth notes, okay? We're going to play eighth notes. We're going to play them with our feet. So what we have is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's all you got to do. And then you can keep your hands going to play eighth notes as well, but all you really need to do is have your right hand follow your right foot, okay? Right hand follows right foot. So if you're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, you would go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, like that. So let's speed that up a little bit and do a couple of examples of how to do this and how they might work in grooves. I'll show you the a little faster with this first, and then I'll show you the Use Me groove. Okay, cool. Now, you noticed on the Use Me groove, that was barks with the right hand. Now, in doing fills, I find that you can do barks a little easier. If you think about the way that Joseph Zig Modaliste used to play with the meters, everything was right, left, right, left. So anything that happened on the E's or the U's, you would use your left hand because it would be a very natural sticking, very easy to keep track of, and there's no sort of sticking to it. It's just right, left, right, left. So what you would do then, for a lot of my fills, what I like to do, and you'll when you watch people do this, a lot of them will just do it with their right hand to keep the right hand on the hi-hat, left hand on the snare drum. I don't particularly do that. I kind of play with the left hand because that makes more sense to me. As far as where the bark would go, because the barks are always on the E's and U's, at least most of the time they're on the E's and U's if they're really barks. And we'll show you that as an example of, I'll show you the fill from the Royal Scam tune, the Steely Dan Royal Scam tune, Green Earrings, that Purdie plays on. It's one of my favorite drum fills, and we'll show you that now. So you've got the bark. You've got your 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and right hand follows that. You can do all sorts of stuff. We'll do a little demonstration of things you can do with barks. And then I'm out of here. Check back with you soon.